What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of What's in the Box Trek. To be fair, I did say that I didn't think the Lakers could win this game, so I guess I'm just going to have to hold my L here anyway, but, it ain't as much of an L that you got to lose at some point, I guess. I don't know. I'd like a 5-6 game winning streak at some point, but whatever. Look, this every commentary is going to be broken down into 2, possibly 3 parts. So part number 1 is, what do the Lakers need to do to get into the play-in/playoffs, right? We're right here. Since the beginning of the season, or since I started my show, probably about 20 games into the season, I was pretty excited about the Lakers' early rendition, which I probably was the only person at this point, but I thought that they were at least a playoff team and a team that could make some noise once they got there. They made a couple trades. They got better defensively, or I don't want to say better defensively. I'm sorry. They got longer by position defensively, but they got worse defensively at the guard spot, and that's something that we can talk about this game. But when there were 30 games left, I said the Lakers had to go 20-10. Right now, the Lakers are 5-5. They got 20 games left starting tomorrow against OKC, and they only got about 5, maybe 6 losses left in them. I'm sure they can make the playoffs. I don't know. I guess they could go 500 if the other teams play poorly. OKC looks like they kind of mailed it in tonight in anticipation for the Laker game tomorrow. Utah's not going to go away. I think a lot of people thought that Utah making trades meant they were going to quit. Portland might be able to make a move or two. The margin for error is so thin. I'm not really super concerned with LeBron being on or off the floor. I think this team can win without him. It's just that the guard player is going to be a problem. Guard defense is going to be a problem that they're going to have to figure out really, really quickly. So, listen, the other part of that is, who is this team now that they're new? There's a lot of excitement, a lot of people hated a couple players. I told you from the very beginning of the show, I'm not really a goofy person like that, so you're not going to get that from me. But I personally also don't think this team is super different. I think that maybe you might like the personalities a little more, although I probably could check your timelines for some D'Angelo Russell shade some years back, but whatever. Matter of fact, I actually remember telling a few of y'all he was going to be an all-star, and y'all told me I was crazy. And there he was, an all-star leading a team to the playoffs. So either way, anyway, the reality is I don't believe that the Lakers are that much different of a team overall. They kind of just traded one thing for another. I don't know. Here we go. Lakers lose tonight, because I'm doing this on the same day for the first time. Shout out to me. 109-121. The Grizz take over in the third. Really, Ja took over in the third. It was difficult for the Lakers to jump back in from there. But really, man, you want to know the story? You want me to end this whole conversation? You can shut it off after this if you want. No hard feelings here. 26 turnovers for 41 points off of turnovers. 41? Are you kidding me? They gave up 41 points off of turnovers. And there's another stat in here that we'll get to that's even crazier. So the Grizzlies ended up taking 112 shots, which is likely what's going to happen if you turn the ball over 26 times. And the Lakers put up 86 shots, which, again, is likely with that disparity is likely what's going to happen when you turn the ball over 26 times. Now, look, the number one all-time player with turnovers is LeBron James. The player you guys dislike the most, since they has the most turnovers ever, or think has them. I have a friend that stat lies about this. Is Russell Westbrook. Neither one of them played, so you can't blame either one of them, which is something that I've been saying for quite a while. But anyway, yeah, 26 turnovers is too much. 45% field goal shooting from the Grizzlies. The Lakers actually played fairly solid defense until they couldn't figure out what to do with Ja. 44% shooting for the Lakers. The bench came in and played pretty well. There's a few things I think should be done a little. I don't even know if they could do anything differently. I think they just needed to control the ball, which is hard to do when you don't have a secondary point guard. So Dennis Schroeder has to handle most of the responsibilities. AD himself had 5 turnovers, crowded in the paint, etc. Memphis is actually a very good defensive team as well. There's a lot to say about this. I think they're top 5 defensive efficiency, which, again, I don't think that stat really matters anywhere below top 5, top 3 to top 5. But in the top 5, I think it actually holds some weight. That and offensive efficiency. But three-point shooting, Lakers not too bad, man. 38%, only 34. I do like the idea of not shooting a ton of three-pointers. They did shoot to try to get themselves back in the game. Rui, who was here before the trade, hit a few. Dennis Schroeder hit a few here before the trade. Austin Reeves hit a few here before the trade. Lonnie Walker hit a few here before the trade. And where I'm not shading Beasley at all, he had a pretty tough night from the three-point line. Overall, though, they shot better than the Grizz. The Grizz were 6 for 31 from the three-point line. A good job defensively by the Lakers. But the Grizz did a good job of recognizing that that's not really where their bread is buttered at, so they stayed off of it. Free throws, 87% for the Lakers. I like that. The Lakers actually out-rebounded the Grizz 56-47. It might not have looked like it during the game, but the offensive rebounds were tied, and you know that's the primary rebounding stat for me. The rest is cleaning up or finishing your defense. Nothing wrong with it, but definitely a solid effort to keep a solid defensive team at bay. I'm sorry, y'all. Excellent effort to keep a solid rebounding team at bay. Here's where we kind of get down. So 10 blocks, nice job, AD. 26 turnovers for 41 points. That's The Lakers also gave up 33 fast break points, which is probably connected, or not probably, is connected to the 41 turnovers. And lastly, man, 86 points in the paint. Again, connected to the 41 points off of turnovers, as much of them were layups because they didn't shoot a lot of threes. 86 points in the paint and 41 points off of turnovers. You're not winning that game. I don't even know what to say. That's a game I expected them to lose anyway. Look, the Lakers got to go 15-5 on the way out. I think that sets you up perfectly above and beyond just about anything, right? 15-5 on the way out, you good as gold. But you played us at 500, 10-10. I don't know. I don't know if you actually make the playoffs. A lot of these teams are not going to disappear. So, like I said, Utah is the X factor at the bottom, and the Mavericks are the X factor at the top. I'm not sure if the Mavericks can hold water as much as people think they can at this point, but we'll see, because they can beat the Lakers the second time and own the tiebreaker, so there's that. Or for the third time, so next time we see them. That's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, what can you really say after you give up 41 points off of turnovers other than great game by Memphis, excellent job of turning Lakers over, excellent defense by Memphis, and the Lakers got to win tomorrow. And tomorrow is basically a playoff game for the Lakers. With or without LeBron, I don't really, like I said, I don't care if LeBron's on the floor or not. This team should be able to win. This is the team y'all are banking on. This is the team you guys said is head and shoulders so much better than the last team. Everybody except for Charles Barkley, who, there's that. So we'll see how this goes. Tomorrow, we'll holla. Peace.